So I'm going to start with a dresser, and I am, just like we started last time with our shapes, going to draw the side of the shape, or the corner of the shape rather, that's closest to me at first. And just like we did before, I've got a vanishing point number 1 on the left hand side of my horizon line and vanishing point number 2 on the right hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to form the left side of the dresser. So going from the top end of the line down. Fantastic. Just got a few little distracting crumbles on there. Now we need our longer ruler. Excellent. And so because I've already decided I'm going to be drawing a dresser, I'm going to make this side of the dresser the shallow side. Wonderful. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make this side of the dresser the far side. We have to look and see, is our ruler really going straight up and down? Because if not, we'll have distortion at the side. And I apologize because the lens is already at a tilt, so it might seem a little bit distorted to you as I go. All right, we're going to do some cleanup and then come back. So now you can see pretty clearly that this is going to be our side of the dresser. This will be the front face of the dresser. Because the dresser extends above our eye level, we will not see the top of the dresser, and but we can just see the bottom of the dresser as it's connecting to the ground. So let's go ahead and establish some dresser drawers. So to do this, what we're going to want to do is just kind of try to space out equally our drawers. So you can really space your drawers however you want to, but in my case, I've decided to make one small upper drawer and then two slightly larger lower drawers. And I'm using the ruler because that helps me to be accurate. However, that you do not necessarily have to do that. You can be just sort of approximating these things if you want to. All right, so I'm going to go from these side marks to vanishing point 2, and I'm actually not going to draw the line all the way there because that's just going to create a lot more erasing for me, but I am still making sure to be very careful and really truly line it up with the vanishing point. Okay, so now I've just got some different sections and it's looking maybe a little bit dressery, or you could see how we could turn this into a bookshelf. Maybe I'll do one video on that at some point. So we are going to need to go ahead and establish the sides of the drawers. And so I'm going to imagine that they are coming in about that far before they start. Great. And then I'm going to come over on this side. Draw that in. And remember, I always want to have more space on this side because of the fact that I want to make sure that it appears like this is coming towards me and this is receding into the distance. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the side plane of the door, or sorry, not the door, the drawers. So I'm going to extend up just a little bit. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to find that top line. And so this is just the little bit of the drawer that is going to stick out. And then I'm going to come back over here. There, just like that. Wonderful. But then I have to do the same thing here. To figure out the bottom of that drawer. Okay. And then because of the fact that we can actually see the underside of the drawer because it's above the horizon line, we're going to make our way back over here. And we're going to sketch that in. And then to get this bottom part of the drawer with a nice angle at the bottom, we're going to go like so. All right, so now I'm going to clean that up so that hopefully you can see what that drawer looks like with a little bit of cleaning. So I'm going to shade the side, and you can see I didn't get a clean connection there, so I'm going to clean it up so that this can be the bottom of the drawer. And I'm going to clean up that interior line. Okay. So that's our first drawer sticking out. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat that process with the rest of my drawers. So to find the angle that the drawer goes in to meet the dresser, I'm going to go like that. And then I have to find the angle that the bottom of the drawer goes in to meet the dresser, like so. And here I can't see underneath the drawer because it is below eye level, and I can't see above the drawer because it is above eye level. Okay, so that one is a much friendlier drawer. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do our cleanup. We need our brush. So the problem with when I use my hand like that is that it's really, really easy to actually end up smearing what I'm drawing. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to figure out how this drawer is going to meet the dresser. So we've got a little bit of a down angle. I have to switch here because the angle of this drawer is going to go back up to vanishing point number 1. And so we just sort of need to redefine that, just a little bit short there, that relationship with the top of the drawer. Great. Because in this case, because of the fact that it's below eye level, we're just going to see a little tiny bit of that top, and then it's going to head back. Okay, so we can do something kind of like that. And remember, we can see that top of the drawer and also this side of the drawer still. Let's clean up for a second. But what should I do if I actually want one of these drawers to be open? All right, so let's try that together. Once you develop a line between the vanishing point and the object that you're drawing, you are making a kind of line of convergence. So what that means is that the object, in this case the dresser drawer, is always going to follow that line. So I'm going to go out about that far, and then I'm going to draw in, just so you can see that, I'm going to draw in our drawer again. Got to make sure it's nice and up and down. Alright, and then down here I have to find the same line of convergence. I did pretty good eyeballing that, but if you don't on your first try, don't worry about that. Right, I could always clean up down there. And then from there, I'm going to go to my opposite vanishing points. Vanishing point number 2. Whoop. And remember how I was telling you if you don't get the line going straight up and down, so that looks really crazy. Let's just try that again. Try and clean that up. Okay, so I went ahead and I cleaned up all of those lines that were unnecessary. So now you can see we've got the dresser drawer open. I went ahead and I just added a side here so that we could see that drawer opening. I'm also going to go ahead and just shade this side of the drawer so that we can see it maybe a little bit more clearly. And I'm going to do the same thing with this side of the dresser. And so you'll notice just at the end of a drawing, I think it's always a good idea to go in and just sort of clean up your lines, and then also maybe add any little embellishments that you want to. So for me, I think that maybe I just want to make this corner a little bit more bold. spots I might have gotten after it a couple times with the eraser. Clean up that bottom line. If you want to, you could experiment with adding some little handles on your dresser. This one should probably be just a little bit bigger than this one. Different kinds of ways to do that, right? I don't know what other kinds there are. Just maybe some sort of a little indentation. So in the next video, I'm going to discuss a much more kind of sketchy way of working in 2-point perspective, right? We always want to try to show a little bit of the side so that we can see the depth. Okay. All right, so experiment, have fun, see if you can get the different drawers to open up for you, however you want to do it. You can add some stuff on top of it. You can try dropping the dresser below the horizon line, maybe for like a low shelf or something like that. Happy drawing.